I go any further into the explanation of the video, I just wanted to give you some insights about the knot I will be talking about. That knot is called, hang on, it's called the End Bound Single Bowline, and it's this knot right here. So it's a knot discovered by Mark Rommers in 2009, and well, this knot has the benefits of being both stable, aka it won't loosen up if you like wiggle it, and it's also secure. So it's secure across in ring loading application. That means pulling it horizontally as well as vertically, and you also get 3 rope diameters inside the nipping loop. That's right here, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so this paper analysis talks about a whole lot of bowline like structures and variants and whatever, and in the end it concludes that these 4 variants are like the most like stable and secure ones, and out of those ones the easiest one to learn I think is this one, the one I will be talking about. Also this one, the Scott's lock bowline, is pretty simple, but it doesn't have as many like studies or like stress test studies to back it up, so that's why I don't use this for climbing, but I use this one, tying knot for lead climbing, totally secure. So this knot is not only talked about there, it's also talked on the Professional Association of Climbing Instructors of Australia, on the climbing attachment method. They recommend both the figure of 8, rethreaded figure of 8 knot, and this variant of the bowline that we will be talking about. So it's like an endorsed knot, you know. Also on that same association they have like a knots guide where they talk about a whole lot of knots for climbing and rappelling and whatever on the outdoors, and here's where I learned the step-by-step instructions that I'm about to show you. They also share a bit more studies here. And also here on this book called A Few Good Knots, it's where was it? Here is also the knot, End Bound Single Bowline plus Yosemite finish. It's the same one with a different name, and also with a bit of a step-by-step instructions, but I find this image to be a bit more complex. And here's the website where you can download this paperwork, and yeah, so here we have a whole lot of books to read. It's really interesting to read and geek out about all of these things. Most of the PDF have a password, but here they have the password for them. So yeah, okay, let's carry on. Okay, so here's the step-by-step guide. First, you need to pass the rope through both attachment points of your harness. Then pull about an arm's length of rope, that's about 48 inches or 120 centimeters. Next, make a bight of rope on the standing end, making sure that the part that goes to your harness is on top. Now grab your working end and let's use the rabbit analogy to construct our bowline. So the rabbit comes out of its hole, and now it's a great time to cinch the knot tight to your harness. So let's continue. The rabbit goes around the tree, and finally the rabbit goes back to his hole. So this creates a normal single bowline, which we now have to make stable and secure. So now grab the working end and go around the standing end again, and into the nipping loop once again. We now proceed to go parallel to the nipping loop, and we exit following the standing end, making sure we're passing both the collar and the binding turn. This will secure the tail of the rope. So we're passing it through 1, 2. Now proceed to tighten everything, and now it's also a good time to verify some key stuff. So first, make sure you have about 2 palms of rope left. So make sure we're grabbing 3 strands of rope on the nipping end. 1, 2, 3. So now make sure we have like a kind of a figure of 8 with 2 mouth shape things, as you can see. And make sure your tail follows your working end and is passing through both of those colors. So that's how you can verify your knot and your partner when it's time for that. When it's time to take it out, you just do that. Just pop the collar and then you can remove everything up. So I'm gonna do it one more time, now without stopping. So here it is. Pass the rope through both attachments, pull an arm's length of rope, making a bight on the standing end. The rabbit comes out of his hole, around the tree, and into his hole. We then grab the working end and go around the standing end and into the nipping loop, and then we go parallel to that nipping loop, and finally we exit following the standing end, and we cinch everything up. This is a great knot, and I've used it extensively for climbing, and I've taken huge whippers with it, and it has the benefits that it's super easy to loosen it up after that. So here I'm verifying what I told you: the mouth shape, 3 ropes on the nipping end, and the tail follows the standing end. And yeah.